lot of action in these late games. We're not used to this.
No, lots of late games, lots going on.
We had a game Saturday, which we're also not used to. The Jets got a win as they plug away, trying to make that playoff run. We have Antonio Cromartie in the house right now.
Yes.
Hanging out with us.
What's going on? What's going on?
Thanks for coming.
10 years in the league. Woo! 31 career interceptions. And we're going to get to your team. We're going to get to Todd Bowles, who is my favorite coach, and I'm a Patriots fan.
There you go.
We've got to talk about this Odell Beckham, Josh Norman situation. What is your take on their antics today?
Honestly, I don't know. Man, you get a lot of guys that try to be competitive, but you get guys sometimes get frustrated too. So, when you look at the first half of the game, Odell, when he had a big drop in the first quarter.
Sort of set the tone.
I think that kind of set the tone. We got kind of frustrated, but I think he ended up finishing the game. I think 76 yards and a touchdown.
Yeah.
But it's just the point. You can't let your emotions get the best of you.
How hard is that to do, though? Because I feel like playing corner is something I could never do, because you get beat more than you win. You have to have such a tough skin, such tough character to be out there. Don't you just want? I would probably show that kind of emotion every day. Is it hard to keep it under wraps?
No, I don't think it's hard. I think the biggest thing is you know what you're going to get out of each player that you face every single week. So I think. You just go in the mindset of not trying to lose your cool and not try to hurt the team anyway.
Now, you just played the Giants not too long ago. Was there anything in that scouting report about Odell Beckham Jr.? Hey, he's shown that he loses his cool. Because me watching early in the season, when he would get bracketed against even Jacksonville in the preseason, he was going off. He was trying to hit guys after the play. Was that something that you guys were aware of when you went up against them?
I mean, I was aware of it, but I think what it did was Jacksonville played on one-on-one. They never bracketed him.
Well, they helped out over the top of the safety.
That's preseason. No.
and then he would shove the safety.
And the only time the safety was really over there is when the ball was thrown in the air. So I can't say. He played one-on-one coverage. The only time I seen most of the time they probably bracket him is when they went down to the red zone. So.
Okay.
I think Buffalo did a heck of a job with him and get him frustrated too. So I think when you can frustrate a guy, get him out of their game, they don't play to the level that you want them to play at.
Seems like if you're physical with him, that's when he gets upset.
Enough about him, right? Because
I thought it was atrocious when we saw today.
And you have Josh Norman. We love talking about him, and he circles these guys on his calendar. I'm taking on Julio and Dez. Who's the toughest matchup you've ever faced?
Toughest matchup I would say after my teammate right now is Brandon Marshall.
Really?
That's incredible.
Yeah, for me, I played against him 4 years when I was in San Diego.
10-year vet, I believe.
A 10-year vet, too. He's part of the 2006 best draft class ever.
I love that.
But, I played against him 4 years against San Diego and Denver. Then I played another 3 years against him against Miami, New York. So it was
He's incredible. It doesn't even matter who his quarterback is. He has 1,000 yards with four different
teams.
He's been in the league for 10 years, has never been to the playoffs. Brian Fitzpatrick. Have you gone to the playoffs?
Been to the playoffs 7 years.
There we go. And so you're there. How important is it for you to make that happen for your quarterback, who's got something to prove, and this veteran wide receiver who's never been there?
Well, I don't think it's just for me to make it happen. I think a lot of guys want to make it happen. When you think about the New York Jets, who haven't been there in the last 4 years, he won 2 AFC Championship games and lost both of them in the AFC Championship. So to get back into the playoffs and get the things back going the way Todd want this organization and this team to be, I think the biggest thing is just getting in. Right now we're still on the loop. Even if we finish it out 11-5 and everybody else went out, we still won't make it.
It's exciting.
Right.
It's getting to the point of getting very exciting.
You came with Todd Bowles, so to speak, from Arizona. Have you noticed a different Todd Bowles this year, or is it kind of what you expected?
It's everything I expected. He's the same person he was as a defensive coordinator. He expects everyone to do their job, everybody to be accountable for what they do, and I think the biggest thing is just go out and go have fun. Doing your job and having fun and try to win as many games as we can. That's his motto.
Wow.
I liked him from the preseason. I don't know much about him, but when he got up there, the way he handled things in the offseason, Sheldon Richardson before, the way he just the poise, and it's never BS. It's not about anything but just getting out there and doing your job, and it's very apparent when you watch him in the press.
Yeah, I think everyone loves him. Do you think that your team is this playoff-bound Jets team if Geno Smith was your quarterback this year? Had he not been You know,
I mean, no, I think so. I think it goes away the same thing, but things are destined. Things are, it happens the way it happens. You know, I've always been told, you know, for me, being a spiritual person, God always puts things in perspective for you and let it go from there. It's a learning experience for everybody else, and we just picked up what we needed to and just keep going from there.
Yeah, you're making it work.
So you don't believe in like the beard thing? The Fitzpatrick trimmed his beard, and then he started Fitzmagicking a little bit more. You don't buy into that at all?
No, it's just guys playing together and clicking at the right time.
Is playing here in New York with media a lot different than it was in Arizona? Is it out of control? How different is it?
Put it like this. I think I talked to the media one time. well, twice. That's when I first signed, and probably once, maybe twice during the season.
Wow.
The whole entire time I was there for the season.
Yeah,
Here,
not so much the case.
Well, can you talk for one day a week? I'm like, man, I don't feel like talking.
Yeah.
But it's like I tell people, you got to try to have a game plan to talk to the media here.
Yeah.
Well, welcome to New York.
Rather than worry about football.
Now your wife plays fantasy football.
Yes,
What?
she's in 2 leagues.
I love this. Tell me about this.
Well, she's in a league with a couple of her friends. They have 2 leagues that's going. She's in one league with a couple of my cousin, his wife. So it's all female league. So she has one league is called the Bang Bang League, and the other league is a National Female League. So
I love, and
right
she's
now,
in a National Female League. I love that.
Yeah.
So right now they're in the playoffs, and she's winning the playoffs. So she's going
Now, are
against.
you ever covering a guy that's on her team and she's like, don't you dare,
You know what?
Antonio
Let me
Cromartie,
tell you.
don't you dare do that.
Let me tell you, no. Last year, we were playing against Denver, and I'm covering Demaryius Thomas. She was like, you know what, I'm going to bench Demaryius Thomas. She did not bench him. He had like 185 yards and 2
Really?
touchdowns.
Wow.
Wow.
It's like, really, you ain't want to bench him for this game?
Wow. Yeah, you could end up
What
sleeping on
about-
the couch some of these weeks.
Your defense, I mean, the front that you have, the talent up front, and then your secondary with you and Darrell and everyone else. There are fantasy fans who say that they expected more fantasy points from your defense this year. What do you say to those people?
Nothing. There's nothing to say. I mean, it's football. Things happen on Sundays, you know, and sometimes it don't always go the way that you want it to go. But as long as we're getting the team, as long as we're getting a win, in the left column, that's all that matters.
What early in the season, you guys were on just a torrid tear, turning the ball over, taking the ball away, and then you kind of dropped off in that department. Was that a focus that Todd Bowles talked to you guys about? Hey, how do we get back to that takeaway mindset?
No, honestly, it's a focus every single day. It's not just, you know, when we had 15 turnovers in like 3 or 4 games, something like that. You know, the biggest thing was we just wanted to keep doing it, keep practicing. The more you practice it, the more it starts to happen in the game. So I think that's what we got back to. We started practicing the way we needed to. We went on the practice field, creating turnovers, and it started transitioning to the game. Like these past 2 games, I think we had 5 turnovers in the past 2 games. Right. So it's just a point of just letting it keep going and keep clicking, and hopefully we can get some more this upcoming week.
Antonio, you're clearly all about the team mentality. You know, you don't seem like you're out for yourself. You just really like the team and working with Todd Bowles and the defense. As a corner, personally, what's a goal for you? Like, what's a success for you after a given season or even after a single game?
For a game, it'll have a receiver on the 50 yards or less.
Yeah?
That's a goal. You know, you don't want to have a guy that catch over 100 yards or something like that, or give up big plays. I know I've had my share of big plays this year. I've given up in the first half of the season, but the biggest thing is just try to continue just to finish out and finish strong from that standpoint.
Anything else? I could talk to you all day.
I know, me too. I just can't believe how gigantic you are. I mean, standing next to you, you're dwarfing me. And he's a cornerback who can run.
Welcome to my world.
The length, I mean, great meeting you. Congratulations.
Congratulations. I hope you guys make it to the playoffs.
I hope we do too.
Fans saying that, I can't believe it. All right, Jason Smith, we're going to send it to you for another update.